What are the chances of me getting my ex back? Is a question many of my coaching clients will ask me. They want to know, what are the odds? Should I even have hope that things can work out, or am I just deluding myself and it would be better to just accept the breakup and move on? All of which are valid questions and feelings. So, what are the chances of you getting your ex back? The short answer is there is no short answer because it really depends on your relationship prior to the breakup and what the reasons were for the breakup. So in this video, we'll dive into two aspects of your relationship that are good indicators of your chances. And at the end of the video, we'll also talk about your ex's actual reasons for the breakup, since these are often the strongest indicators of your odds of getting back together. First, your relationship time and the time you actually spent together in person. Generally speaking, the longer a relationship, the better your odds. If you were together for 1 to 6 months, it will unfortunately be a lot harder because the bond you formed, though I don't doubt its intensity, was short-lived. And your ex might feel like starting over isn't quite such a big deal. Conversely, if your relationship was a year or more, you have better chances. And yes, if your relationship spanned years or even decades, that significantly improves your odds. Quite simply because you've built a life together. You've probably lived together, shared countless moments, had shared responsibilities like finances, kids, mortgages, and so on. Meaning your lives are a lot more fused together. So leaving that means restarting from scratch for both of you. And that is a lot of work. Sometimes getting back together and fixing a relationship is a lot less taxing, both emotionally and financially. So your ex will be more hesitant to truly move on. Again, a caveat in relationship time is, of course, how much of it you are actually spending together. Generally speaking, the more time together, the stronger your bond. The second aspect of your relationship that is a good indicator of your chances is how many conflicts you resolved. Conflicts are a natural and even necessary part of any relationship. It's how we call each other out, hold up a mirror to our partners about their behavior. But what's important about conflicts is that you eventually manage to resolve them, which means that as you keep revisiting the same fights, you gradually work through those issues together and fix them. The more often you manage to resolve your arguments and conflicts, the better your odds of getting your ex back. Because in their minds, deep down, they'll be asking themselves whether you could have also resolved the very issue that led to your breakup. Had they just stuck it out a little longer? That question will be lingering for them. If you have not resolved any issues and you have a track record of sweeping things under the rug, then it is of course more difficult. And if you're on the fence and say, well, Gabriel, my ex and I never fought, everything was just great, then take a moment to reflect on this. Just because you didn't fight, it doesn't mean you did not have conflict. If everything was great, your partner would not have wanted to break up and you would not be watching this video. Something was not working for them. Finally, what plays a vital part in the chances of getting your ex back is the reasons for the breakup, the actual reasons. Now, when I say reasons, I don't mean the generic reasons your ex might have listed that we hear every day from our program students and coaching clients. I lost feelings. I fell out of love with you. I love you, but I'm not in love with you. I'm not ready for a relationship. I need to work on myself, etc. None of these are your ex's actual reasons for the breakup. They are just phrases to let you down gently without stirring up more conflict or uncomfortable feelings. The real reasons are much more likely to sound like, I felt controlled and suffocated by you. I don't feel like I can depend on you emotionally or financially. Your behavior made me feel unsure of how serious you actually were, and so on. Whatever the transgressions are that your ex is holding against you, the greater the pain they believe you caused them, the harder it will be to rebuild that trust and heal things with them. And again, if you're sitting there saying, but we were so happy together, everything was perfect and nothing was wrong, then I'm afraid I have to burst that bubble again. Nobody breaks up for no reason. You just might not know what your ex's reasons are yet. To give you some orientation, here are some reasons people break up, starting with the least dramatic to the most painful. So the further we move along, the more painful, the slimmer your odds unfortunately get. Starting with being unreliable. This is where your ex would have complained about not being able to depend on you, to show up on time, to follow through with promises you might have made. So it's not quite so serious as the ones that will follow. Next, not willing to commit. In this breakup reason, your ex might have accused you of not being serious about your relationship, believing you're not on the same page about your future together. Then there's being controlling. This is when your ex felt smothered or controlled by you to a point where they felt restricted in their freedom and sense of autonomy. A little more serious here. Next, external factors like work or family. If you or your ex had a very demanding job that was being prioritized over your relationship, or if either of your families was meddling in your relationship, that can be a bigger reason for a breakup. A large age gap. This is a reason you unfortunately can't do much about. But if you have an age gap that is about 7 years or more, this can make your partner doubt the longevity of your relationship. It's especially true if your partner is in their 20s or 30s, and anything after that generally makes your age gap less relevant. Financial difficulty, struggling to make ends meet, having debt, or in even more extreme cases, hidden accounts, gambling problems. These kinds of things are again bigger reasons for a breakup. Cheating. This is of course a big betrayal of trust. If you were in a monogamous relationship and you strayed elsewhere, then this will be very difficult to come back from. Finally, we have abuse. If there was verbal, emotional, or even physical abuse, then your odds are very low. And I'm afraid to say rightfully so. Your ex is probably afraid of you and wants to keep that door closed forever. It would definitely be a good time to take a long, hard look in the mirror, evaluate what got you here, and consider getting support to change patterns. There are, of course, many more reasons for breakups, but these were just to give you some orientation. If your ex's breakup reasons were towards the beginning or the middle of this list, you have better odds. If you were in a long-term relationship and had resolved issues and conflicts in the past, then your chances are actually really good. On the other hand, if you're towards the end of this list and it was a short-term relationship and you did not resolve any of your conflicts, then the odds of getting back together with your ex are unfortunately a lot worse. Now, if you're saying that it's true love, and regardless of what the odds say, your heart is with this person and you can't help but want to give it one last shot, I get it. Attachment runs deeper than most people like to admit, and that counts for both you and your partner. So if you're still wanting to fight for your ex or are still feeling lost, then let us help you. Click the link below to see our availability for one-on-one coaching, and we'll figure out what your odds are for working things out with your ex, and more importantly, how exactly to do that. Until then, like and subscribe if you want more guidance on getting your ex back, and consider watching this next video to help you out further.